Hey, listen to Commander Cookout Podcast, episode 356. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan. We're going to continue the arc of Brando's in charge by talking about a mono white Mardu list. Now hit our theme song! Hey Ryan, we're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We're back to talk about another deck in the arc of Brando's in charge. This time a mono white equipment based, super cool, actually very budget deck. But before we get to any of that stuff, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com, your source for all your gaming needs.
Yes, very much so. And I got a thing here. Uncle Brando, I'm right there, goes to FusionGamingOnline.com.
Sure do.
Gets some booster packs.
Sure did.
For the CCO Experience Vancouver.
One honey pea.
Used CCO Slam promo code and got 5% off.
That is all true. And all those things are in a box in my bag. And do you have any idea, Ryan, and dear listener, how hard it is for me to not open them on camera just to prove that when I buy packs for other people, they're full of all that good shit.
Oh, yeah, very much so. We touched on a lot of stuff there. Go to FusionGamingOnline.com, use CCO Slam promo code or CCO Perks promo code when you spend over $100. Get discounts and store credit kickback. Very important that you do that because you're going to buy the stuff anyways. You might as well save money.
And support the show.
Very much so. Second thing.
You've
got cards that you open on camera. That's the Brando's box opening on the CCO YouTube channel, the BBO of CCO.
That's right. And I enjoy doing it very much. And there's going to be a lot of those coming up, provided I can keep up, which I bet I can. And if you want to save some money on boxes, you can get a hold of me at CCO Brando on Twitter or through the commandercookout@gmail.com email address. And you can get the stuff sent to me. I'll open it for you on the thing and send it back to you. And I promise, I won't take any of the cards.
Oh, they asked, didn't they? You know what? For those listening who just heard that, contact Brando.
Yes.
I'm getting people messaging me.
Yes, yep.
I don't open the cards. Brando does.
Yes, message me. We'll work it out. It's going to be great. I'm very easy to deal with. I will certainly send you a thing. Yes, I will make you a Brando token if you want one and put it in the box somewhere. And no, I will not trade a rare that I want for the token.
Oh.
People really do think that I'm this criminal mastermind. I promise you'll get all your stuff. I'm not going to fleece
there's
you.
There's nothing mastermind about him.
No. I am what I appear to be on the show. I'm just
The CCO of BBO, very funny. The other place you can get in contact with him is on the Patreon Discord. If you go to patreon.com/CCO Podcast, the Discord is part of the patron experience, the benefits, if you will.
The benefits.
Yeah.
And we will.
That is a benefit.
That is actually
a benefit. People say that our Discord is very fun, welcoming, lots of conversation, lots of different kinds of channels.
Yeah, we have a fantastic Discord.
Yeah,
and we have only the best people there. I know everybody says that, but they're lying and we're not.
Yes. Yeah, they say that because they're trying to be nice.
Exactly.
And if people know that we're not really that nice because we like to rib and playfully make fun of our friends.
Yeah, if the people in the Discord sucked, we'd tell you.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd tell them.
Oh,
and then we'd all laugh.
I have told at least one person to quit being shitty in there.
Boom. See, we're good at this. We're awesome. We're internet people. We're living our lives, living our dreams. Speaking of living dreams, I have to tell this story because it's really funny. It's really funny.
I had legitimate podcasting business.
And we're going to get to that after this short story.
Sure.
So I'm leaving work Friday.
Well, that sounds like a good story.
And I'm getting up out of my chair. And you know when you're like, trigger warning.
Uh-oh.
You know when you have like the little bubble pop fart?
Oh, yeah.
Where's the little that just like pops out of your butt real quick?
Oh, no.
I had one of those, and I'm like...
Are we going here?
And I, looked around real fast, and then I pretended that it was my knee that snapped. I was like, oh, dang!
Is that what happened to you, you old crotchety guy?
And then, people in the newsroom had heard my butt make that noise, and they all looked over at me, because, what was that sound? And they see me like, oh, man, that was terrible.
Did you think of that on the fly?
Yeah. And they're like, oh, Brando, were you okay? We heard that way over here. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm good. And in my head the whole time...
over, I'm fine.
And at the whole time I'm thinking, man, I got to get the fuck out of here before anybody smells that. I got to get out of here now. But I felt very clever. I limped a little bit when I left the room. It was great. It was really good. I was very proud of myself.
Oh, my
Mastermind level shit. After I just told everybody that I'm I'm not a mastermind blew your mind.
Blew your mind. And your ass.
Yes. Yes. That as well.
Speaking of blowing minds,
There we go.
I have a last week's booster pack game winner
Man, everybody won that, hey?
that they got it.
Everybody got it. I couldn't believe it.
Everybody got Serpent Generator.
Yeah. It was, wow.
So if your name on YouTube is Thundercell,
Sell like I'm selling a thing, or sell like the micro, like not microbial, but little part of your body.
that
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
A single-celled organism.
That's a cool name.
Thundercell. It would be
I
better
like
if it was Thunder SELL, because it would be like somebody really selling a wrestling move. That was a Thundercell.
Thundercell sounds like a really cool video game, though. Like, that's going to be
Oh,
something.
yeah.
That'd have a cool cover, at least.
Yes. Thundercell, tell them how to win.
Oh,
or
well-
tell them how to win.
Since you have already won, you email us at commandercookout@gmail.com with your real name, or I guess your internet name. We could put that on the envelope, too. Where you live, with your postal/zip code, so that we can mail the stuff to the right thing. The stuff I'm referring to is either a CCO token pack, because they're back in stock. We found the goblins and the zombies, so we're good to go. The stickers, we got lots of new ones. You get a package of those. Or if you don't want any of the sweet swag we have to give away, you can certainly be hooked up with a pack of regular ass old magic cards from the Stinky Onion bag that's just packed full of packs to sack and crack and flack in the back.
Yeah, I love
But
flak in the
make
back.
sure it's you, Thundercell, and nobody else, or you'll screw it up for everybody.
Yep. I like how we call it the booster pack game, but we just totally degrade the booster pack as the worst prize.
It is. Have you ever seen somebody open a pack? It's always terrible.
I watched the CCO BBO on...
You know there's nothing good in packs.
I said that wrong.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's terrible.
It's fine. You should watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Yes. If you're a booster pack game player
Yeah.
and you think, hey, I'll win.
Soon to winner. Pooster back soon to winner.
Booster pack.
Pooster Mac. That's what I said.
If you want a slooster slack, but you don't know what the stickers or the tokens look like, you go to commandercookout.com. They're all listed there. And if you're impatient and don't want to wait to win, you can purchase them there. Add them to your cart. Shipping is what it is because we're in Canada.
Yeah.
But there's some cool stuff there. And I'll remind you that in addition to all of the new stickers and the newly in-stock tokens, we've got CCO t-shirts in stock. We've got CCO mesh caps in stock. I'm not wearing one, but I do have the camo in stock and the black in stock.
Ooh.
And they're very popular, and they did sell out very quickly last time.
And they look really cool.
Oh, yeah, people love them at the local game store
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
fun to see them. Like, if you're walking around, it's like, oh, look, there's the CCO hat.
It's a
That's crazy.
CCO hat.
And then I thought to myself, wait a minute, that's a hat.
Yes.
That's me. Wow. That's
Yes.
cool. That feels nice.
And we now have the CCO sidewalk playmats in stock.
Ooh, so if you've watched the Sidewalk Slam, what episode are we on? 9?
8, we'll get there. If you've watched it, 8, we'll get there.
There's a bunch. There's some of them on the channel. You can check them out. And if you look at that sidewalk that we play on, you think, man, I wish that I could slam cards on the sidewalk. Now you can.
Yes, just like it's 1993, like when you were a kid playing King's Quest or whatever we talked about in the pre-show. Same thing, except with magic cards.
And no gum or like oil or like Play-Doh or chalk lines.
We did have an idea to do a textured playmat. You know how they got like foil playmats now?
Yeah.
Get a textured playmat.
That'd
Just
be
got
so
like
cool.
concrete, like dust and like grit and like those dandelions that come out of the cracks.
You get some of that artificial grass like they use at mini golf courses for the,
Yes.
for the sides.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Textured playmat. Soon to be. You
never know.
You can get it scented. Smells a little bit like asphalt and chewed gum.
Yep.
That's not what we're selling.
Yes.
What we are selling is sidewalk playmats on commandercookout.com/s/shop. I think I don't know what it is. You can just go to the website, find the store. It's all there. It's all in stock. It's all great. We'll get Joe to put
A link on the page.
a thing. Yeah.
Oh, wait. A link on the screen on YouTube where you should be watching because Joe makes us look real good.
Final thing, you mentioned Sidewalk Slam.
Sure did.
Number 8 should be coming out. No pressure on Tyler. Should be coming out to patrons on March 2 and live to the world March 3.
Ooh.
And it was a fun one.
That was a good one.
There was some times, and I thought, oh, frickin' Brando. God dang it. And it was like the game was a little bit longer than other ones we've had. We had one that was like 38 minutes or 28 minutes.
Yeah.
This one is about an hour, so very EDH typical.
Yeah.
We'll call that EDH typical.
Yep.
And there was some times where I was just like sitting and cutting it down and just laughing my ass off because we just said something, or Aaron Carr had like a one-liner and ripped me off, or there were some funny moments, and the most unexpected thing happens. Just like, it doesn't end how you think it's gonna end, and it kind of ends with somebody getting DP'd. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah. See, we recorded it so long ago. Don't even remember. I know Aaron and Amy were there, and it was a great time.
It was a long time ago, but we had top 5s, and we had 2 Brando box openings in there that I wanted to get out because they're
a little more timely.
Yeah, right when the sets come out, you want to open up the cards, right?
And we're gonna do like a little mini on YouTube probably on the 3rd with those specialty the gift packs that nobody can get. I managed to source one, and so if you
gift packs that nobody can get.
They're the one with the oil slick pack in it.
Like a super bundle?
Yeah,
super fatty.
I managed to get my hands on one. So if you missed out at your LGS or wherever on FusionGamingOnline.com, they are unfortunately sold out. But if you wanted to see one get opened, check us out March 3rd on the YouTube channel. I'm going to crack one of those bitches open. We're going to see what the 2 worst cards in those oil packs are together.
They are a Phyrexian all-will-be Wundle.
Yes,
that's what you called them.
Yeah,
we're gonna open that.
We're gonna open one.
We're gonna do a BBO CCO.
We are. So check that out on. I'm gonna talk to Ryan off the air.
Yes.
To figure out how I do that, and then we're gonna do it. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. Final thing. This is one of the last episodes to come out prior to CCO Experience Vancouver.
Oh yeah, baby.
So if you are in the northwestern United States, make the drive up. If you're anywhere in Western Canada, make the trek to Vancouver January 10, 11, 12, and come play Magic. It's free to walk in the door. Pickup games are cheap. You get in Canada, they have to give you prize tickets, and they have to give you booster packs just for sitting down to play. It's not like playing in the States. If you're thinking, I don't want to come up and just whatever. No, they have to give you stuff here.
Yeah.
That's how gambling laws work.
Yes.
And we're going to be there. It's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be a really good time.
And face-to-face games puts on a really good show.
I've been led to believe that Vancouver is also a very welcoming and beautiful city, and we're really close to the ocean.
It's the Jewel of the North, isn't it? The Jewel of the West?
I don't know.
Canada's Jewel? It's something like that.
It's got a cool name like that they didn't make up themselves, which is pretty sweet.
I think they started calling it that in 2010 with the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
Canada's Golden Jewel?
I've been led to believe that that's why the Vancouver airport is so sparse on seating, is because they got seated up to make it look all cool for the Olympics, and everybody's showing up for the Olympics.
Oh.
But they took out all the seating, so there's not many places to sit down. And that's why we were wandering around there going like, Jesus.
Oh, yeah, we were wandering around there, eh?
Yeah.
That was the first place I got a Tim Hortons Turkey Bacon Club. Extra tomatoes because I was dehydrated. Holy smokes. Water didn't enter my body for like 4 days.
Yeah. Vegas, baby.
Not even in the form of food. You know how like some foods got water in it, like frickin' lettuce?
What?
Yeah. Nope. I was eating tacos and Doritos.
Yeah.
No, that's the opposite of water.
Yeah, Doritos especially.
Oh, spicy Cool Ranch. Hot Cool.
Man, that's such a strange thing.
I know, but it's so good. You can't get them here. People in the land of the free are like, what, you can't get Hot Cool Ranch? I'm like, no, can't get it.
We can't even get like...
Hey, Aaron's bringing me some, though.
Oh, that's pretty
I hope
cool.
he's got to, like, not put them up his butt to smuggle them.
I'm sure that they can just bring some Cool Ranch Doritos up. They're sealed. They're like airtight or whatever.
Yes.
They're going to bring me a magnet.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have a magnet for me from Mexico.
Yeah.
A Mexico magnet.
I collect magnets from places that I haven't been.
Oh, we should do a Magic Mexico trip, hey?
Yeah.
That would be freaking cool. Just all inclusive. Just go there and eat food and drink beer while playing Magic all day by the ocean.
I would.
You think your foils curl now? Maybe because we live it's minus 40 here today, and the humidity is negative 1,000.
Yeah.
Maybe our foils will uncurl.
Or they curl the other way.
Yes.
Oh, man. Speaking of foil curling, we were playing a game at EDH, and I don't think you were there yet. And we were looking at the top of everybody's deck, and everybody, you could tell
Yes.
where the card was from based on which direction the foil was curling. It's like, oh, that's a regular foil something. That's definitely from a secret lair.
I used a Commander Legends foil and a Secret Lair foil back to back, so they were like convex to convex or whatever.
And you could tell the difference.
And I frickin' made a catapult for a pretzel.
I love that.
I don't. That is
super
not good.
do. That's one of my favorite things. Like, if you make the best of a bad situation, like, come on.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Let's have some fun with it. We can't always be angry about everything. We have time for that as the release schedule gets ridiculous. In meantime, in between time, quick spoiler and an ask from our good friends in the nation.
Oh.
If you would like to be part of the upcoming episodes that we're going to do prior to Vancouver and the release of the next 25 sets that all come out this summer, we're looking for your perfect deck.
Ooh.
The deck that makes you the happiest. The one that you just feel the best about, that you feel you're always going to have it, you're always going to keep it around, it's always growing, it makes you happy. We have an example of it all ready to do for next week's show.
Oh,
if you would like,
good shout out.
If you want to be one of the coming week's shows, get them into us. CommanderCookout@gmail.com, CCO Podcast, CCO Brando on Twitter, or if you're in the Discord, get it at us in one of the deck list channels. Tag us, and you could be part of the content that we are currently creating.
I always want to be coming. That's what you said.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of coming, my perfect deck's coming out, the Lord of the Rings stuff. Not out yet. Not out yet, but I am starting the live streams. I'm starting the live streams to do the deep dive, the deep looks, the deep looks at the lore and the art and kind of the direction of the set. See if you could tie the themes of the story to the themes that we see in the set. Yeah. So if you're into that, you check out the YouTube channel, you subscribe on YouTube, you'll find it when we go live. It's going to be like Friday nights because I have no life.
I invented a bunch of comedy planes from Lord of the Rings. I didn't bring them today. It's like, Ryan won't like those because he's too close.
I'm too close.
He's too close to it. But there was ring bearers and sol ring sacks. Oh man, it was going to be a good bunch of planes.
Is it ring bears?
Oh no,
like 2 2s for 2 with rings on?
Oh no, I mean you're the ring bearer now, Frodo, and you got to attack somebody that has a mountain. And if you attack a player that has a mountain and deal damage to them, and you control the sol ring, you can sacrifice the sol ring, and that mountain's controller loses the game. And what plane is that?
Mordor. Yeah. I like that.
I like
that. Maybe we'll do a featurette on planes. Tune in to Commander Cookout
tomorrow.
Okay. Speaking of the deck list channels on the Discord, that's where today's deck came from.
Yes.
By our good friend.
Yes.
Sort of.
Yeah, he's fine.
No filler or all filler. No killer. MGD Miller.
Yeah, all filler, no Miller. Yep.
Yes, all filler.
Yeah.
Because he's like so huge.
With an assist from editor Tyler. T. Coates.
Oh yeah.
Yep. There was an assist.
Wow. Okay, let's change the deck.
Yeah, I thought about it too. I was trying real hard, but I did ask for this type of deck specifically, and this is what I got.
So this is what I'm going to say. Aiden and Tyler, big thanks for being whatever. We've got a mono white Mardu
deck. Now, the reason we call it a mono white Mardu is because I mixed up Mardu and Boros, so I asked for a Mardu deck with the new Mardu commanders, and then there weren't any. So they're like, Brando, what are you talking about?
Yes.
And this is what we got instead. So this is better. This is actually exactly what I was thinking about in my head.
I got 2 questions.
Okay. Hit me.
How many different tokens does this deck make?
18.
What colors are they?
White and green and colorless.
So not even Mardu colored?
That's right. I'm very excited.
You are truly a piece of crap.
Yes.
Okay. Give the commander a read. I'm sure everybody's going to know who it is, and we're going to cut to cards. So Editor Joe doesn't kick our ass when he meets us.
Oh, hang on. Before we do that, we also have one last piece of podcasting business.
Is it?
Yep.
What is it?
CCO Business Tip Touchers.
Oh.
Geekwood.ca. Head over there, use CCO Podcast promo code, save 10%. Pimp off all of your super duper gaming supplies that you do outside the game.
Yes, we did that with 5-color mono white angel Aaron. He's got the dice tower. That's how we decided to go first. Guess what I rolled?
1.
Did?
When you roll a 1, you automatically go last.
Brando rolled a 2, and Alex also rolled a 2.
Yep.
And I went last because I rolled a 1.
That's life.
Thanks, Geekwood.
The commander, probably to nobody's surprise, is Mondrak the Glory Dominus. It's a 4/4 for 4, 2 of which are white. If one or more tokens would be created under your control, you make an additional token as well, or double that number. Twice that many are made. That's important. Important distinction. It also has Phyrexian White 1, sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures. Put an indestructible counter on Mondrak Glory Dominus.
So we're playing it because it makes 2 tokens.
Correct.
But we're not playing a token deck, even though this makes 18 different kinds of tokens.
This is the most CCO thing we've ever said.
Yeah, find out what that means by sticking around.
For the next 10 seconds, we'll be right back with cards. Okay, Ryan, we should start with man, everything here is cool. Let's start with the ramp.
Sure.
Let's start with ramp. Ramp is usually pretty easy. We got a Sol Ring.
Sure.
We got a Noble's Purse.
Noble's Purse? I don't even know what that does.
I'll tell you. It comes into play with 3 coin counters on it. You can tap it, remove a coin counter, create a treasure token.
Ooh. Enters the battlefield tapped. It's a 2-mana rock that makes treasure tokens.
Yeah.
But actually, it makes double treasure tokens.
That's right.
And if we got into Proliferate, we could just have a 2-mana rock forever that gives us 2 mana.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty dope. Mirror Convert.
Oh, this is a new one.
Yeah.
This is a newbie. This is the new mana mirror. 2/1 toxic for 2. Pay 2 life, get a mana of any color.
Neat.
Why? Why are we playing this one?
I don't know. Because this is new.
Do we have Proliferate in the deck?
No.
Why don't we play Gold Mirror? It's the one that gives us white mana.
I don't know. Because this is new.
Or Plague Mirror. Because at least when we're going to give it equipment buff, it gets big and gets poundy.
Because that doesn't...
Can I use that as an adjective?
Why not?
Poundy.
Fist can be a verb.
It very much can be. Do not Google that.
Don't, though. Next card. Defiler of Faith.
Defiler of Fist. This is the Phyrexian mana white creature, right? You can pay white instead of paying pay 2 life instead of paying white in something's mana cost?
For 1 mana.
Yes. Sure. 5/5 vigilant, pay 2 life instead of a mana for 5. And whenever you cast a white permanent spell, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token.
That's fun.
Yes.
And it's right on theme.
Yes.
Where else? Oh, let's draw some cards. There's 14 cards.
You missed Sword of Hearthenholm.
Oh, yeah. I missed the sword.
That's a sword. Equips for 2, casts for 3. Equipped creature gets +1. +2 has pro green, pro white. Dangerous in a white deck.
Yeah.
You're targeting your own stuff. And whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, exile up to 1 target creature you own, then search your library for a basic land card, put them both onto the battlefield under your control.
So it blinks a bro and gets you land.
Oh, yeah.
Neat.
Sure.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to draw some cards. And we're going to draw some cards in mono white. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
Towashi Guidebot.
What in the ass?
It's a 2/2 for 4, so you already know it's amazing. When it enters the battlefield, put 2+1/+1 counter, or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. 4, tap it, draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each modified creature you control. And a modified creature is a creature that's either equipped or has a counter on it. I think there's something else, or enchanted.
And we've got equipment.
Yes, we do.
We've got
Lots of them.
equipment, so this could just be tap, draw card.
Yes.
I'll take that.
On a 2/1 for 4. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Toskia's Welcome.
Tokasia. Did we ever decide?
Toskia.
Toskia's Welcome. Whenever 1 or more creatures with mana value 3 or less enters the bead, draw a card, but only once per turn.
What's the mana cost of your average creature token, Ryan?
0.
Mathematically speaking, is 0 less than 3?
Yes.
Seems pretty good.
Yes.
Tajnar Soulsmith. There we go.
2/3 for 4. Cat Solge. When Tajnar Swordsmith enters the battlefield, pay X. If you do, search your library for an equipment card with converted mana cost X or less. Put it into your battlefield.
It's pretty good.
Is that a Tootski?
Yes.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
There we go.
That's a Tootski, especially if you got Sword of Hearthenholm and you blink it, and you just pay 1 when it comes back into play. Then you can get like your 1-drop equipments that we're maybe playing.
Maybe, possibly.
Yeah, we'll
or
have
could
to
be
see.
playing if you want to tune the deck up. We'll get to that later. I hate Sword of Vengeance.
Why is this in the card draw section?
Don't know.
Equipped creature has +2/+0 and has first strike, vigilance, trample, and haste.
I don't know why maybe that's a mistake. Maybe it being here is a mistake. I hate this card. I hate this card.
I think that card just got miscategorized.
and it should cut it for anything.
You like the next one, though.
Oh, I sure do. I like Stonehewer Giant. That's a card.
This is a 4/4 vigilant giant warrior for 5. You can go white 1, tap, search your library for an equipment, put it onto the battlefield, attach to a creature you control, then draw a card.
It just does everything.
That's
it
a
does all the
Tootski.
things. It does everything you want to do.
Man, we've played
everything.
lots of tutors already.
Staff of the Storyteller. I like this one too.
Enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. So we would maybe make 2.
So it makes a ghost or 2.
2 ghosts, and you can go white, tap, remove a story counter from staff of whatever, draw a card.
Neat.
Oh, I should say,
Yeah, there's another
whenever
line
you
there.
create 1 or more creature tokens, you put a story counter. Oh, so this is going to get like 100 counters on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is going to be like that Tome of Legends or whatever in Norn the Wary where it gets so many counters you stop counting.
Yes.
It's one of those.
Yes.
Staff of Completion.
I'm really thinking about this card. I'm thinking about this card in, I don't remember which deck actually, but I'm thinking about it.
It's got so many abilities that you think, man, it's got to be good. But
Okay.
Let's read them all real fast. Ryan.
Staff of Completion, 3-drop, artifact, tap, pay in life. Pay 1 life, destroy target permanent you own. Hey, I'm listening.
There, now we're
That's maybe why I'm
talking.
thinking about this. Tap, pay 2 life, add a mana of any color. Tap, pay 3 life, prolif. Tap, pay 4 life, draw a card.
There is one proliferate thing.
Yes. Pay 5, untap it. So you could, if you've got lots of life, you could pay life to do stuff, then pay 5 to untap.
Yeah, so infinity mana equals infinity mana if you have infinity life, or proliferates, or card draws, depending on how much life you have.
It's pretty good.
SRAM Senior Edificer.
2/2 for 2, advisor. When you cast an equipment, let's be honest, you draw a card.
Rumor Gatherer.
Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, scry 1. If that's happened, 2, the second time or more, you draw a card.
That's neat. Well, if it's the second time you draw a card. So you
yes.
scry, then you draw a card, and then you scry again.
Yes, sure.
For creatures coming into play. Pure Steel Paladin.
Steel Paladin. This is a 2/2 for 2. Equipment enters the battlefield under your control. Draw a card. That's going to trigger lots of times. And equipment you control, equip for nothing.
Purse Steel Paladin. I like that. Glimmer Lens.
This has got...
It does.
That's how I'm going to say it.
Good. That's how it's spelled with the exclamation point.
It enters the battlefield. You create a 2/2 bro, but you make 2 2/2s.
What color is the bro?
Red.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. 66% Mardu.
Okay. You know, we could just put a Batter Skull or something with Living Weapon in here, and then we got a Mardu deck.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it probably should.
Probably should.
Cut that Sword of Vengeance, Batter Skull.
And you know what else is funny? Is when you create 2 germ tokens, one's equipped and one's not, with Mondrak, the one that's not equipped immediately dies. You could have death triggers in here that care about when your creatures die.
Yep.
Man, I'm practically building the deck for them. Frick. What do we even have them for? Mirrodin, yeah, for Mirrodin, yeah. When equipped creature, whenever equipped creature, and at the least one, what?
When it and something else attacks, you
Draw a card. Yeah, okay.
Pretty good.
That's just, I've never read exactly that before.
Eye of Vecna.
Eye of Vecchi. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card and lose 2 life. Sure. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 2. If you do, draw a card and lose 2 life.
Neat.
I'll take it.
Why not? Ellen Harbury's Busybody.
See, that's one of them dang old Dungeons and Dragons words that's just like jumbled letters drawn out of a bucket.
Yeah. And then Busybody at the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is a 4-drop. 2/4 Human Peasant. Tap, tap, look at the top X of your library, where X is the number of tokens you created this turn.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be lots. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order and choose a background. Don't care.
Yeah, you can choose a background, but that's fine. And the last one is Armored Sky Hunter.
This card's good.
Yes.
This card is good. This is a 3/3 Cat Knight with flying for 4. When it enters the battlefield, when it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or equipment card from among them onto the battlefield. If an equipment is put onto the battlefield this way, you may attach it to a creature you control.
Yeah.
And put the rest on the bottom.
That's wild.
That's like a little mini tutor free equip.
Yeah. And if you were a total sellout, you could paint that to look like one of those things from Avatar.
Yes.
Because that's kind of what it looks like there.
Well, I don't know if Avatar made enough money, hey? So
yeah, I mean,
might as well pay them some royalties.
Yeah, right? Bunch of crap. So that's the drawing the cards section.
Yes.
Let's talk about equipping things to things. Because eventually we're going to talk about equipment that we will want to stick on to things.
Sure.
We have Sigarda's Aid.
That is search for an equipment, and you can play... No, that's not what that is. You can cast equipment as though they had flash, and whenever an equipment enters the battlefield under your control, it equips for free.
Love that.
Yep.
Infested Flesh Cutter.
This is a new one.
That's what I call my wiener.
I don't know what's worse, the infested part or the flesh cutter part. It's an equipment for white 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, +2 inches, +0. I don't know.
Sharpness.
Sharpness, yes. No.
+2 sharpness, plus no inches. There we go.
Yes, there we go. Whenever equipped creature attacks, create a 1/1 colorless Phyrexian Might. Creature token can't block toxic 1.
Yes.
So you get 2 of those, actually.
Yes.
Yes.
Hammer of Nazan.
That's what I call my wiener.
There we go. Don't Google that one either.
No, this is equipment for 4. Whenever Hammer of Nazan or another equipment enters the battlefield under your control, you can attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +2 inches, +0 blocking, and has indestructible.
Which is plus infinite blocking.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because indestructible.
That's right. Balan, Wandering Knight.
Has double strike as long as he's equipped. Balan Wandering Knight gains double strike as long as 2 or more equipments. There we go.
Yeah.
And you can pay white 1 to attach all equipment you control to Balan.
Sure.
Sure.
Arden, Intrepid Archaeologist.
2/2 for 3. Core Scout. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach any number of auras and equipments you control to target permanent or player.
Neat. So you can move curses around.
Yes.
If that's a thing that's happening in the game.
More
That's probably why
so
he's there.
is
hey?
you make somebody unblockable and you say, oh, actually, I'm going to move all my equipment to one guy.
Yeah, probably. Should we talk about controlling the field? We're just teasing. We're teasing that we're going to get to equipments, but not yet. Let's talk about some of the control elements of this deck. We talked about this one last week in White Sun's Twilight.
White Sun's Twinkly Vamp. You gain X life, create X colorless Phyrexian Might artifact creature tokens with toxic and they can't block. If X is 5 or greater, destroy all other creature.
Neat.
That starts to make that indestructible equipment sound pretty good.
Rootborn Defenses.
Populate, which would create a token, which would create twice as many tokens.
That's right.
And then creatures you control gain indestructible until end of turn. Pretty good when you Rootborn Defenses and then White Sun's Twilight.
Yes.
Yes.
Why does that only cost 50 American cents or $3 Canadian dollars?
Because it's not that good.
But it gives all your dudes indestructible.
It's a common.
Sure, but I mean, why are the other cards that do that rare? And why do they cost $6?
Or 14.
Yeah.
Because they cost less mana, and people tend to see the populate there and think, oh, it only goes in token decks.
Well,
It costs more mana, and it's more common to just get in booster packs.
Yeah, well, love it. Mass Calcify destroys all non-white creatures for 7.
Yep.
Dispatch.
Tap target creature, but if you control 3 or more artifacts, you exile target creature.
It's pretty good, especially in this deck, and we're gonna get to that. We have a Disenchant. We all know Disenchant.
Yep.
We have a Brave the Elements.
That gives target creature protection for the color of your choice.
It gives white creatures we control protection of the color of our choice.
It's pretty good.
Real good. And a Citizen's Crowbar.
Which happens to be an equipment.
Yes.
Yes. Crowbar's up, Marv. This is an equipment for white. One, when Citizen's Crowbar enters the battlefield, you create a green and white citizen creature token.
We were laughing about this at EDH and M2. Like, the Citizen? Like, it just sounds so funny.
The Citizen just whips out his crowbar.
And he's got a crowbar. And the crowbar's got angel wings on the top of it. Like, what the hell is this tool for? What are you prying with that? Jeez.
You're prying somebody's life away from their body. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has white, tap, sacrifice Citizen's Crowbar, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Oh, you're using it to like smash up the place.
Yeah.
Smash up the joint.
You're wrecking up the place.
Yeah.
That's excellent.
Okay.
Now let's talk about making tokens.
Toki making?
Yeah, we're not even done. We're not even to the equipments yet. Trading post.
This is going to make you a 0/1 white goat creature token. That's where I'm staying.
Yes. And yeah. Squel's Hive.
This is Bitter Blossom, but white and makes mites.
And it can also give your creatures lifelink.
It'll never do that.
Prototype Portal. This is cool.
Oh, this is an imprint card from Mirrodin Besieged. This is 4 mana artifact with imprint. So when it enters the battlefield, you may exile an artifact card from your hand. Mm-hmm. We probably have some of those.
Yep.
X, tap, put a token into the battlefield that's a copy of the exiled card. X is the converted mana cost of that card.
So let's just say you have a Sword of Hearth and Home in your hand. You can put it on the Prototype Portal, activate the Prototype Portal, get 2 Swords of Hearth and Homes with Mondrak.
And then you equip them both.
Yes.
And your guy gets +4/+4. And you get 2 lands when he hits.
That's right.
And you blink 2 things.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
And those things, when they come back in, create tokens, and you double that as well.
That's right.
That's a good card in this deck.
Mirrorsmith.
Whenever you cast an artifact, you can pay 1. If you do, you create a 1/1 mirror creature token.
This one is cool. I like this card. Doomed Artisan.
Yes. Oh, man, look at that flavor text. Remember me not as I am, but as I should have been. Ooh, he's carving himself in stone, giving himself ripply abs and stuff.
He's giving himself a real arm instead of that weird Tezzeret oily arm.
Oh, man, I was thinking he's vain, but now he's just sad.
Yeah.
Sculptures you control can't attack or block. It's because they're sculptures.
Right?
I'll just walk around them. And they won't hit me. Okay. At the beginning of your end step, create a colorless sculpture artifact creature token with this creature's power and toughness are each equal to the number of sculptures you control. So you create a bunch of sculptures, then you just gank this guy.
Yeah.
And then all your sculptures come alive.
All your sculptures get pissed off, and in they go. Hell yeah. I like that card lots. What the hell does this even say? Dig Site Engineer.
Diggy Engineering. This is a 3/3 for 3. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, you may pay 2. If you do, create a 0/0 colorless construct creature token with this creature. Get +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
Is that basically an Urza? That's an Urza golem, isn't
That's
it?
a construct.
A construct, yeah.
Yep. Now, we're talking about token makers, and T. Coates worked on this deck, and we have a Doomed Artisan, which could be all filler, no Miller.
Yes.
Where he is artesian. He likes to cook and create culinary
masterpieces.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'd go that far. Those tacos are real good, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why no Doom Traveler? Why no Doom Traveler for T Coates? When it dies, you create a 1/1 ghost.
We are playing what T Coates or what all killer no filler Millers saying one of T Coates' favorite cards in the whole world.
Oh.
Yeah. The best equipment.
Do you think what you're saying is we're going to actually move to the equipment?
For like a second. Like 1 second.
Sure.
But we're going to talk about one equipment. And one equipment only for right now. The best equipment. Seraphic Greatsword.
Phallic Greatsword is an equipment for white 1. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. It's pretty good for white 1. Equips for 4. Whenever equipped creature attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life, so it's got dethrone, you create a 4/4 white angel creature token that's flying, tapped, and attacking that player.
So it turns your creature into a Parhelion 2 if it's attacking the right person.
It does. With Mondrak, you're hitting for 2 because of the equipment, and then you're hitting for 8 more, plus whatever native power the creature has.
Yeah.
So you could knock off like chunks of life with this.
Yeah. Now here's the downside to this card.
Sure.
I hate to point this out. It says the player, not the opponent. So once you've demolished your opponents with this thing, it stops working.
Oh. it really does show its phallicness.
Yeah, you got to really lean into the Staff of Completion to keep your life total good and low so that you can keep getting angels with this thing.
Hey, that's combo.
That's right.
That's combo. You use your Staff of Completion to give your Phallic Greatsword guy, equipee, pseudo-vigilance by untapping him? No.
No, you'd pay life to get your life total
Yeah, I know,
lower.
but does Staff of Completion, does it untap a guy?
No. It proliferates and draws cards. You draw cards.
It untaps itself. Yes.
Yep. So
Well,
sweet.
that's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, now we want to get in with that Seraphic Greatsword. We want to get in there with our angels. We got to give some evasion to our dudes.
Oh, yeah.
With things like Whisper Silk Cloak.
This is an equipment. Equipped creatures unblockable. Very important. With
And-
our double or triple Sword of Hearth and Home.
And has Shroud. Remember this, because Shroud means once the Whisper Silk Cloak is on, you can't equip anymore because it can't be the target of spells or abilities.
That's right.
Important. Trailblazer's Boots.
TBBs. Equipped creature has non-basic land walk. Equips for 2. That basically means creature is unblockable.
That is a card that needs a reprint, I think. They should reprint that.
The foil one is $4. It's an uncommon from Zendikar.
Find one.
I have like 20.
Go to a store and buy a foil Trailblazer's Boots.
Oh, foil ones are maybe
Can't.
hard to find.
They're hard to find.
Yeah, foil ones are maybe hard to find.
And it's easy. Just
Not
print it.
not
They're
not
great.
very many people covet foils as highly as you.
Well, they should.
But that card is good, and I think it's actually being reprinted in Commander products,
okay, cool.
but not in foil.
Skrelv Deflector Might.
Defector might.
Yeah, I like what I said better.
1/1 toxic for 1. Can't block. Pay Phyrexian white. Tap. Choose a color. Another target creature essentially gets protection from that color.
Yes. Let me know down in the comments. Is Skrelv like on the right side of history in this conflict? Are they a good guy? Are they a hero? Because I really like Skrelv.
Skrelv?
And I think that it would be very heartbreaking to me if Skrelv, like Omnath, turns out to be a villain.
Is a bad guy?
Yeah. I'm so sick of the people that I like in Magic turning out to be villains. I want Skrelv to be the little cartoon sidekick for the new whatever replaces the Gatewatch, because they're all dead now, and screw them.
I thought you liked bad guys.
I do, but I also like my heroes to be heroes. I like my heroes to be heroic sometimes. They can't all be stone cold. Damn it.
You like black and white characters, not the gray characters.
I'm fine with gray characters.
I like gray.
But every so often, you just need somebody that's like, yes, I understand your motivations. I don't have to dig a fucking pit to see where you're coming from. I hate that crap sometimes. Make it simple, stupid. Audric Master Tactician.
Oh, yes. 3/4. First strike for 4. When it and at least 3 other creatures attack, we choose blockers.
Yeah. And let me tell you, they don't.
You choose none.
That's the best. And the last one in our evasion section before we move on to the equipment is Maul of the Skyclave.
Look at that thing, hey? That's a badass hammer.
Yep.
That's not what my wife has ever said to me. Ooh, makes it sound like she said it to somebody else, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Maul of the Skyclaves is white 2 equipment. Enters the battlefield. Attach it to target creature you control.
Yep.
Hey, attach that hammer. It's a strap-on.
Yep.
Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and first strike, and it equips for white 2.
Neat.
That's pretty good.
I like that lots. All right, man, let's do some equipments.
We have 19 of them, not including all of the other 50 that we've already read.
Yes. We're going to start at the bottom as we are wont to do with Sword of Body and Mind.
Cast for 3, equip for 2, +2/+2, pro green, pro blue. Make a wolf when you hit a dude.
Yep.
An opponent.
Yeah.
Could be anybody. Doesn't need to be a dude.
That's right.
You make 2 wolves in this case.
Also correct.
Okay. Also mill 10, but we don't care.
Staff of Titania.
Hey, look at this one. Equipped creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of forests you control.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't quite, yeah.
Okay, there's probably more. Turns out, whenever equipped creature attacks, create a 1/1 green forest dryad land creature token.
That's pretty neat. So I guess it gets +2/+2 when it attacks, which is pretty cool.
Yes, and you're ramping, because
Yeah.
these are forests.
Yeah.
I like how in brackets it says it's affected by summoning sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Why isn't that in the ramp section? It costs 5 to get it online.
Yeah. Sigiled Sword of Valoron.
Wow, that sounds impressive.
But is it? Because it's from M19. So it probably isn't.
3-drop, 3 to equip. Equipped creature gets +2 dink, +2 but, or +0 but. Has vigilance and is a knight in addition to its other types.
Yeah.
Whenever equipped creature attacks, you create a 2/2 knight with vigilance that's also attacking.
You know what I don't like about that card? It's got a stupid beard on it.
That's the hand guard thingy.
Yeah, it's a stupid beard.
I like it.
Sigil of Valor.
Sigil of Val. This, whenever a creature attacks alone, it gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each other creature you control. That is exalted.
That could be lots.
Yes.
Could be
because we're
lots.
making tokens.
That's right.
Yes.
Sculpting Steel.
This is just a copy of any artifact you control.
Robe of Stars. This is cool.
Oh, yeah. Equipped creature gets +0/+3, and it's got astral projection. That's ass projection, right?
Yeah. Asshole projection.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Prolapse.
Well, yeah, it's coming out of you?
Yep. Yep. So you're prolapsing.
So asshole projection is white, 1. Equipped creature phases out.
Man,
Peace.
if I prolapsed, I'd want to face out.
Yeah.
Pen and Blade.
Pen and blade. Pen is mightier than the blade. There's got to be a joke in there.
No, probably.
Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control. That's kind of like Coat of Arms.
Equipped, and then it costs 3, equipped for 4.
That's like Coat of Arms for one guy.
It's pretty good. Moon Silver Spear.
I never thought I'd see the day where this card gets played. Hey, I didn't even play this in frickin' limited. And I got lots of them in limited decks.
Nah.
Or like in limited pools. This is a 4-drop, 4 to equip. Equipped creature has first strike. When equipped creature attacks, create a 4/4 white angel creature token with flying. That makes you 8 power.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Mace of the Valiant.
Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Mace of the Valiant and has vigilance. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, and they will.
Yes.
Toot
often.
sweet, because we're making double.
Yeah, 2 at a time.
You put a charge counter on Mace of the Valiant.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Kemba's Banner.
Makes 2/2 when it ETBs.
Yep.
And makes 2/2s, that is. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each other creature you control. This is starting to sound like Coat of Arms.deck.
Yeah, lots of those. Inquisitorial Rosette.
Wow. That sounds fancy too.
Yeah.
That's 2 fancies in a row. This is from Warhammer 40,000. 2-drop, 3 to equip, and it's got whenever equipped creature attacks, create a 2/2 white
Astartes.
Astartes warrior creature token with Vig that's attacking, then attacking creatures you control gain menace until end of turn.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Makes freaking lots of guys.
Here's another card I like because it has adventure. I love adventure. Horn of Valhalla.
Is this adventure? Is that what this is?
Yeah. It says sorcery adventure right on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Horn of Valhalla is an equipment for white 1. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each creature you control and
go.
equips for free. That's the card. But if you wanted to cast it from your hand and then put it into exile when it resolves, you can cast that card from exile after.
Because the horn is on an adventure.
The
That makes so
horn
much
is
sense
on
it
it.
hurts.
My horn is on an adventure. That is like when you look up like the stuff on the deep web.
Do not Google
when you are looking
any of
at
that.
the deepest of web stuff.
Yeah. White X. You get, in this case, 2 times X white creature soldier tokens.
Yes.
Yes, very good.
They all have horns.
Yes. On their helmets, in the host.
I don't even want to know.
Plan Helm of the Host.
Helm of the Host, when you move to attack, you make a copy of the equipped creature.
So you equip Mondrak, get 2 more Mondraks.
Oh, because you can equip Legendary.
Yeah, and then now you're cooking with gas, as they say.
4X, 8X, 16X,
Yeah,
depending on how many Mondraks you get.
Now people getting fucked up. Then you attack with your sword of whatever, and you make what?
Lots.
Not like 18 angels.
I'm okay with this.
You make I win angels. Hand of Vecna.
Hand of Vecna. We're playing the eye and the hand thus far. Equipment, Legendary, 3-drop, 2 to equip at the beginning of combat on your turn. Equipped creature, or a creature you control named Vecna.
Yes.
God. Gets +X until end of turn, where X is the number of cards in your hand, and you can equip by paying 1 life for each card in your hand.
That's fine.
Sure, it makes guys big.
Yes.
It makes guys big, and it's just a bloody severed hand.
Because it's Vecna's hand.
That's funny.
Yeah. Fire Shrieker is an equipment for 3.
Double strike.
Quiz for 2 is double strike. Commander's Plate.
Gets +3/+3 and has protection from colors it's not. That's a good one.
Yeah, those get significantly better in monocolor decks.
We need a foil reprint of that card.
Yeah, we do. Captain's Claws.
+1/+0. Whenever equipped creature attacks, put a 1/1 white core ally creature token onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. That would be 2. Is the extra one also tapped and attacking with Mondrak?
I don't think so. I don't think they are.
Twice that many of those tokens are created instead.
I mean, maybe. I would say that they are.
Sure. It's referencing that token.
Ryan, there's a method to my madness, sir. And I have purposefully left these last 2 cards till the end because I'm so excited to read the names of them. The first one is, I can't believe I finally get to say this. Thank you so much, all filler, no killer Miller. Ass Knuckles. That felt so good. You say it, Ryan. Just say it.
Ass Knuckles is a 4-drop equipment for 1, or equips for 1. So I gotta pay 4 knuckles to cast it.
Yeah.
Then I need 1 thumb to equip it.
Yeah, he gets it.
When you cast this spell, copy it. And I'll remind you, the copy... Brandon, we're not double fisting. The copy becomes a token. So we're actually triple fisting. Because we got Ass Knuckles, then we got the copy of Ass Knuckles.
Then you got the third, like, tertiary Ass Knuckle.
Then you've got maybe you use your foot. Whatever it is, your opponent better prepared to be stretched.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Equipped creature has DP. That's double strike.
Yes.
For those playing along at home. As long as 2 or more equipment are attached to it.
Oh, I love this
So
card.
if you've got Ass Knuckles on both hands and on your feet,
yes, there will be double striking shenaniganery.
there will be double and triple striking and or fisting and or penetrating.
Oh, what a card. And the last card in the deck, one of my personal favorite equipments all time, is the Butt-Forged Battle Ass.
Butt-Forged Battle Ass is an equipment for 1, equips for 2. Equipped creature gets +2/+0. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, create a token, aka 2 tokens, that are copies of Butt-Forged Battle Ass.
You ever play WrestleMania, the arcade game?
No.
And, like, you're playing as Bret Hart and you punch Yokozuna and a whole turkey flies out of him? That's what this is, except his little axes fly out of them.
Where does it come from?
Just his body.
He's just saving it for later under some crevice.
That's right. Shawn Michaels has hearts that pop out of him, I think. Lex Luger has, like, American flags. That game is there's a lot happening there. And that's the deck.
That is fantastic.
And what a
man.
deck. What a deck.
Oh man, that's fantastic. I'll add that we're playing card draw on War Room and Windbrisk Heights in the land section.
And we've got some unblockability in there with the Rogue's Passage.
Yes. And I would like to see that it comes into play tapped lands that when it ETBs, it gives protection from the color of your choice to a guy.
Oh, that'd be neat.
Because you can sort of, against a deck that's only got one color of blocker, you can make your guy unblockable on a land. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Another thing that we didn't, I don't think, lean into hard enough that is very important to this deck is you're going to make a bunch of dudes. You can swing in with all your dudes. But you got to remember, Mondrak is going to be indestructible, more than likely.
Yep.
Immediately after you play him. And now you've got an indestructible 4/4 that you can just suit up with equipment and over the wall. Just into the...
So what you're saying is we could go wide with tokens, or we could go tall with Voltron damage.
That's right.
That is like 2 win cons?
That's correct.
Are there more than 2?
No.
Okay.
No, this deck is very focused on doing what it does very well. I mean, there's a very, very tertiary possibility that you could possibly win with Infect, but you're probably not going to. Or Poison, whatever. Poison counters, whatever.
Yes. So what you're saying is when I go to commandercookout.com and go to the spice calculator, right on the website, number of dedicated win cons I would enter as 2.
Correct.
We're going to do this again live on the air because we want to demonstrate how easy the new spice calculator is to use and remind anybody if they want the CCO Scoville rating spice stickers, they can go to the store and get them because they're all in stock. And if you don't want to use them for spice rating, you can just use them to write the name of your deck on them.
Yeah.
Which I think is just fine because they're still a good sticker.
The stickers are cool.
Yeah.
Our stickers are cool, man.
Yeah.
Popularity is the first field that you must fill in. Number of decks on edhrec.com. As of today's recording, Mondrak has 448.
That's lots already.
That's surprising, yeah. New Elishnorn's up in the thousands already.
Wow.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah.
Cards that are the same. Average mana value is
there we
next.
go, yep.
We're on 2.8. Very
2.8,
low.
that's low, yeah.
It's low to the ground, baby.
Okay.
Cards different than the EDH rec page minus lands. Now, the number of cards that are matching.
Yes, in our deck and Mondrak's regular page.
13.
13 cards, okay? So we've got 99 cards in our deck, minus 13 matching cards.
That's right.
Minus
37 land.
37 land. That gives us a uniqueness score of 49.
That's very high.
That's freaking high, yeah, 49. Okay. Tutors in the deck.
We found 2.
2. Now, you do have to have a minimum of 1 for the formula to work.
Because everybody gets 1.
Even if you have 0, you still have to enter 1.
Yes.
And the Spice Calculator instructions tell you such.
Correct.
We are going to enter the number 2. And then we've already entered dedicated win cons. You punch it all in. Spice Calculator returns 65.39 spices now.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Give me 29 push-ups now. Man, that's dope.
65, that's lots.
That's it. That's a high rating.
And when you say I'm playing Mondrak equipment tokens, that makes 18 different tokens. Nobody's going to say, oh, I don't want to play against that deck. It's the doubling season deck. This one is not.
It certainly is not.
I like that very much.
Actually, scrolling through the Mondrak list, I was like, man, this deck sucks.
It's not very good?
Well, no, it's good.
Like the EDH rec one, you mean?
It's fantastic, but like, it's so boring.
Is it like the who's who of good white cards?
Yeah, it's just every good white card because most of them make tokens, and that's it.
I bet you Smothering Tithe is in there.
It is.
Smothering Tithe would be good with Mondrak.
Yeah, Divine Visitation is in there. All the things that you would expect to be there are there. I was like, yep, that's the deck.
The Angel Ascension, Luminarch Ascension.
Yep.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah, that was not too bad. Secure the Wastes and White Sun's Twilight is there. Like anything that makes tokens is there. It's just exactly what
Call the Copper Coats.
Yeah.
Because it's an instant speed one, right?
Yep.
That makes tokens.
Yep.
Those are all good cards.
Those are all great cards, but I think the deck would be kind of like, oh,
it's that Mondrak deck. It's just that one.
Yep. Is this the Mondrak deck? Yes or no? Which I think is a strength of the deck that you can say no. It's doing Mondrak things for sure.
I think that as well.
But it's doing it in a cool-ass way.
The spice calculator would indicate such as well. With a score like 65, you're playing 49 cards that aren't what other hundreds and hundreds of people are playing.
And one of them is Hand of Vecna.
And one of them is Ass Knuckles.
Right? You're playing Ass Knuckles in a deck. You get to say, I'm going to tap 4 and play Ass Knuckles. And everybody's going to go, what? Another strength of the deck. You get to say Ass Knuckles and mean it. How cool is that?
I do like that. I'll move to one weakness real quick.
Do it.
And then maybe a strength to finish off, budget, and then we'll get the hell out of here.
Okay.
The weakness that I think of decks like this is there's not really any thing or series of things that say, now I'm going to smash in there for the win. Mm-hmm. There's no overrun effect. There's no Triumph of the Hordes. There's no Akroma's Will where this is the nail in the coffin.
Yep.
This is the sledgehammer that I'm going to pound the nail in with.
And you could very much play Akroma's Will.
Yep.
Like you could easily cut a card and put it in there. I think that it wasn't here for budget purposes. That's what I think.
Yes. You give me a strength and we'll talk about the budget real quick.
The strength of this deck is that it's effing fun. And that's what matters. Like when I was reading through this deck initially, when All Filler, No Killer Miller sent it to me, was, man, this deck is awesome. This is just fun to play. Like I would love to play against this, and I would love to pilot this because it's easy and it's fun, and it just does simple, low-to-the-ground, casual magic shit. It plays things, it turns things sideways, and then you'll win or you won't win. But it doesn't run into the white weenie problem where you can't get in and you can't win anymore.
It is a white weenie deck. Let's not pretend it's not.
But it does have an indestructible giant beater that can kind of get you over that hump if you need to, and that's pretty cool.
It goes from white weenie to white cock.
Yes. And very upgradable.
Yes.
There's tons of staples that we didn't name that could have been in here, and there's always going to be another really good white card you could just put in here.
Token makers. We're going to continue to see more unique and maybe better white card draw. Yep. We're always getting more equipment. Yep. There is no Steel Shaper's Gift, which is, I just learned, $17. The foils are $100.
Yeah, who knew, right?
We are seeing Sword of Hearth and Home at $13, Hammer of Nazan at $22, Pure Steel Paladin at $9, and Sword of Body and Mind at $15. So if you leave all those in, the deck is $193, which I think is super cheap as far as EDH decks go.
Yeah. And you got to keep in mind also that our commander is $43.
Oh, yes. Yes, very much so. If you cut those few equipment that happen to be some of the better equipment in the deck, you could, with a $43 commander, get this deck right around $100.
Yep.
And you could just, maybe instead of like Sword of Hearth and Home, maybe you add like a
Sword of Anima?
Yeah, sure. I was going to say like just add a mana rock and or some cheap equipment or some of those cheap token producers like Call the Copper Coats that have been printed in Commander products that are just cheap and you still get your tokens.
You could play that enchantment that puts counters on your dudes or gives you a cat. That would probably be okay.
Oh, Cathar's Crusade would be good in here.
Yeah, that'd be another good one.
That's a little bit stapley.
Yep.
Right? But because we're making tokens, we double those tokens. We get double the amount of Cathar's Crusade triggers.
And holy shit.
Yes, very good.
Now we're beating wholesale. We're slapping lips off and stomping dinks in the dirt. We haven't said that in too long.
Oh, yeah. We're using white weenies to stomp dinks.
Right.
We just need more weenies.
Yes.
Because weenies, statistically, smaller than dinks.
That's true. That's math and science.
Yes.
Yes. So that's the deck. Thank you, All Killer, No Filler Miller, for sending that in. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. I look forward to playing against this exact build of this deck when we see you in Vegas.
Yes.
Which is an upcoming CCO experience. All information about those are available through our social medias and on CommanderCookout.com.
They will be when they're available. I will say of Minneapolis and Las Vegas, I'm being asked nearly every day. Mm-hmm. And we cleared it up a little bit last week, but I want to mention it again. I haven't forgot about you, and I certainly haven't forgot about Minneapolis and Las Vegas. But information, places, tickets, prices, none of that's available through WotC yet. Right now, our focus is Vancouver, and it will very abruptly change to Minneapolis post Vancouver.
The day after we get home, because Ryan's going to take a day off. It's going to be great.
Lol.
Speaking of thanking people, thank you to Ryan for being here. Thank you to me for also being here. Thank you to all of you for listening. And thank you to FusionGamingOnline.com. They are our official business daddies where you can go and use special promo code CCOSLAM to save 5% off all the stuff that you're going to buy anyway. Support the show, save some money. It's always a good time. If you want to go and pimp your game outside the game, you can always stop by geekwood.ca, buy some deck rolling towers or some dice rolling boxes or some bags that hold things. All very, very cool. Save 10% with promo code CCO Podcast. And we're going to be back tomorrow where we're going to discuss the absolute biggest product release that's ever been announced on the next episode of Commander Cookout Podcast.